All right, let me pull this up. Oh, yes. Good morning, everyone. I almost forgot. I wanted to show you guys. Look, got it framed. I just need to hang it up. Got this a couple days ago. Got to fucking put it over here. It's framed. What is it? It's Avatar Last Airbender art. Art. But anyways, good morning, everyone. Now we'll stand there for 2 months. No, I will not let my executive dysfunction stop me. I will do it. Do your cats use the cat wheel? Yeah, but only one of them does. You have to like encourage them for a little bit first. And also, I don't even know if I recommend it because it takes up so much space. And like, you have to get like a big enough one because if the cat, like, you want to make sure when your cat is running on it, their spine is straight and that their spine isn't bending because it's too small because then you can give them like back damage. So you have to give like, you have to get a pretty big one. It's like comically kind of large. It looks kind of small right now, maybe. Maybe it doesn't. I can't really tell. And also now my cat just like sits on it and meows because he wants my encouragement to run on it. So it doesn't even do its job as like thing that exists so I don't have to spend as much time playing with my cats. It just exists as thing that I have to get up and take care of now. I just gave myself like another task. So, Denims, can you run on it, please? I won't. I'm gonna fucking break that shit. I won't fit in it. Camera too big. Cat wheel too big. Is anything around here small? Sorry. Anywho. Anyways. So, what was I saying? Oh, yes. Hello, everybody. Thick Thursday is back again, back on the menu. I am very excited, everybody. We have many things to get to today. First and foremost, okay, we missed the interview with Trump on 60 Minutes where he's like, "I'm not a rapist. I didn't rape anybody. I'm not a pedophile." We have to watch it. I know I'm so late. I don't care. I'm watching it with you guys. You guys can't stop me. Next, I have some more variety Trump stuff that I wanted to watch. Next, the Platner news, which is huge. Next, you guys see the motion that Congress is not passing. I'm forgetting the technical term to condemn Hasan. To condemn Hasan. But I am so glad our representatives are doing what's really important. Text notes. Condemning Hasan. Yeah, you know, like the thing that's really making my life horrible. It's not that rent is too high. It's not that wages are stagnant. It's not that groceries are too expensive. It's that Hasan exists. And my representatives haven't said anything. Well, so, I want to talk about that. And then, I don't think I have the strength to watch the whole thing, TBQH, but did you guys see like the did you at least see some of the clips of the SHOEONHEAD video where she's like talking about Hasan? It's so oh, it's so bad, dude. Denims, I've been a long-term community member. I'm leaving today. I've fallen down the stairs while putting on my pants, got taken to a hospital. I have surgery tomorrow. I always laughed at people saying you're the one to blame for violence because I wasn't the one who you were causing violence. Today I realized that even I can become the target of your violent and the violent rhetoric when I fell down those stairs. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for doing that to you. I'm sorry for causing violence personally. And then I wanted to watch something else with you guys that was like that kind of sent me. That I think is probably one of the most crazy things I've seen. Like, and by crazy I mean cringiest things I've ever seen in my fucking life. So, yeah, we have a lot to get to. Let's lock the fuck in, everybody. All right, lock in. Lock in. Do we have to watch Poo on Head? Listen, we don't have to watch all of it. I just want to watch the part where it's like complete, where she, this is like kind of always been a SHOEONHEAD problem where she kind of completely misses the point because she's not capable of analyzing something a little bit more critically. Like, it is very peak. I would like to, I don't know, maybe coin this or something. It's very peak, like, have your cake and eat it too. Oh my God, what flavor? Chocolate? Vanilla? It's like, how are you missing the point? Are you going to try ever to think about something a little bit more? Just like a little bit more, just a little bit more. Okay, no. Like when she was seeing the clips about like the ice stuff, it's like, you guys just want her to say the thing. It's like, no. We want her to stand for something that she claims to stand for and use her words to stand for it. Those are just the words that you use to describe being against the deportation of random people who haven't even fucking done anything. Well, they're here illegally. Should we deport jaywalkers next? Should we arrest people who jaywalk? How about, like, if you park somewhere you're not supposed to park, how about the state executes? We make up those laws according to what we think is acceptable or unacceptable, makes people's lives better or worse. If there's a migrant here who's been here for fucking 2 decades who works at Home Depot, why do I give a shit if they get deported? That doesn't make my life better. Our laws should make people's lives better in this country. As an American citizen who's been an American citizen my whole life, my life is not improved by going to a bunch of farms and deporting the migrants that work on those farms. In fact, it makes my life worse. These guys would be like, slavery is legal, Okay, and the laws are not like these things that we cannot ever change in any way, shape, or form. Hello? So anyways, yeah, she was always had that problem. She just can't really, like, I don't think I've ever seen her steel man a position ever. I think she struggles with attempting even once to steel man a position, probably because the second that she does, she realizes she can't make a easy dunk video or whatever. Or maybe it's just too hard, I don't know. But we have a lot of stuff to get to. So let's lock in. Let's go piece by piece. Let me close some of these tabs. Yes, good. Good. Perfect. Oh my God, how could I forget? The shooter is a radical centrist. Okay, so we have a lot to catch up on. Let's go. Let's go. One piece at a time. Oh my God, One Piece mention? No. There we go. No, not this. First, before we do this. This is, what the fuck is his name? Russell Brand Impressionist?
People don't like Donald Trump because he's an ethereal gladiator of justice protecting the fickle fabric of the universe.
Russell, the allegations have just come out.
Ugh. I'm Christian. I've been redeemed. I'm forgiven. That's good timing, isn't it? Poor Mary was a bit of a sore, wasn't she?
Russell, the allegations.
Oh, yeah, hallelujah. What do you think about these new Instagram handles? I've got BAB, Born Again Brandy, GWR, Goody Woody Wassel.
What about the essay?
Shining Apostle. Love it. Praise him.
Russell?
Yeah?
We need to talk about the allegations.
I can't, sorry, it's getting to the clappy wappy bit of Shine Jesus Shine.
But Russell.
Yeah, sorry,
the
I've got one more. What was that? What do you think of this baptism pic?
I think people should have a choice whether they see you in your underwear.
Should they? I better get off to confession then.
Russell,
yeah?
The allegations.
I can't, I'm afraid. I'm reading Deuteronomy 30:16. Totally appropriate gap, by the way.
Russell?
Sorry, I'm just converting someone on the phone. Can we do what in tongues, you cheeky minx? Pray? Yeah, that sounds great. A furious, flamboyant, feminine wizard.
No, Russell, this is wrong. You can't just conveniently convert to a religion to shield yourself against things you've done wrong.
Sorry, God's on the line. What's that? Signal's not very good. All right, God, stay on the prayer. I'm just going to step outside.
Russell.
Go very far away.
Russell.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Excellent. Totally appropriate gap, by the way, is just chef's kiss. No notes, no commentary, nothing to say. Just perfect. How can you improve perfect, bro? Beautiful. All right, this one. We might watch the whole thing later if I'm feeling up for it, but if not, at the very least, I want to watch this with you guys.
The so-called manifesto is a stunning thing to read, Mr. President. He appears to reference a motive in it. He writes this quote, administration officials, they are targets. And he also wrote this, I am no longer willing to permit a pedophile, rapist, and traitor to coat my hands with his crimes. What's your reaction to that?
Well, I was waiting for you to read that because I knew you would, because you're horrible people, horrible people. Yeah, he did write that. I'm not a rapist. I didn't rape anybody.
Do you think he was referring to you?
Excuse me. I'm not a pedophile. You read that crap from some sick person. I got associated with all stuff that has nothing to do with me. I was totally exonerated. Your friends on the other side of the plate are the ones that were involved with, let's say, Epstein or other things. But I said to myself, you know, I'll do this interview and they'll probably, I read the manifesto, you know, he's a sick person, but you should be ashamed of yourself reading that because I'm not any of those things.
Mr. President,
and
these
I was
are
never,
the gunman's words.
Excuse me. You shouldn't be reading that on 60 Minutes. You're a disgrace. But go ahead, let's finish the interview.
The other thing that he wrote in
You're disgraceful.
the other thing.
I'm sorry. I have to say, listen, if you're going to have a shitty ass interview where there's going to be no pushback anyways, at least serve some cunt. And I got to say, freshly served cunt saying, you think he was talking about you? Beautiful. Beautiful. Mwah. Also behind, thank you for the 40 gift subs. Let's fucking go. Sorry, I also decided just now we can also play some Resident Evil later if we hit the sub goal. It's kind of still by far one of the greatest eats that lives in my head rent free is the one where that guy was talking to Jordan Peterson on Jubilee. Wait, there was a new Resident Evil trailer, by the way. Wait, are you serious? Are you serious? This one. This still lives in my head rent free.
You're a Christian or you're not. Which one is it?
I could be either of them, but I don't have to tell you.
You don't have to tell me. I was under the impression I was invited to talk to a Christian. Am I not talking to a Christian?
No, you were invited to.
I think everyone should look at the title of the YouTube channel. You're probably in the wrong YouTube video.
You're really quite something, you are.
Aren't I? But you're really quite nothing. Right? You're not a Christian.
Okay, I'm done with him.
He clowned his ass so hard. You're really quite something, aren't I? But you're really quite nothing. Like, dude, just fucking. You're fucking brutal. This is senior abuse. You're brutalizing a fucking old man in a fucking crowd of a bunch of heathens, bro. Come on, bro. Stop. Don't actually stop. Surgeon, thank you so much for the 5 gift subs. Thank you. Behind, thank you for the 40 and the gift up to long shot. Stan, thank you for the prime. Thank you. Okay. Hold up. We'll watch this later. We'll watch the trailer later. This is why his daughter had to put out the announcement that he's really sick. Yeah. Did he wake up from the coma? No, this was a long time ago. This was pre-coma. Or I guess it was post-coma, but it was like a year ago. I don't know. I don't know what was pre. Hide the apple cider. 6 shrug 5. Skill cylinder. Thank you for the 65. Most thank you for the 18. Thanks, guys. All right. He's in a coma again. Is he in a coma? Is he in another coma? I can't keep track of his comas, dude. I'm sorry, man. I can't. It's just too much. Too many comas. Coma collection. Yeah, I'm good, brother. I'm good. All right, I'm gonna close these tabs. Yes, very good. This, no. Here we go. This.
Are you considering relocating NASA's headquarters out of D.C. once the lease is up? States like Texas, Ohio, and Florida.
Well, the best man to tell you that is the man standing right over here. You heard that question with those beautiful ears of yours? He's got great hearing, you know. He's got super hearing.
Trick of the trade, sir.
Are you considering?
This is, first of all, that's crazy. That's so mean. That's so mean to make fun of that guy's ears. That's so mean. Second, the zoom in is crazy, man. The zoom in is crazy. You're doing him so dirty, bro. Stop, man. Stop. All right, and then, oh my God, how could I forget? How could I Kirkuinly forget this? Wait, this is so important.
I have to tell you, we have an even bigger problem when it comes to the systemic indoctrination and radicalization of our own citizens. This is what got my husband killed. This is what has led to 3 legitimate...
Sonya Blade is looking rough lately. She carries the blade.
attempts on President Trump's life. And I can speak firsthand to that unbearable toll that this must take on our First Lady.
Hasan's hot. Oh, I'm gonna fuck him.
There has never been a president who has faced this many assassination attempts.
Wait, why is she cosplaying? Wait, why is she actually cosplaying Sonya Blade? Wait, this is frying me. Wait, why is she... Wait, the low-res ones are even better.
Attempts in Americans' entire history. And after each one, the reaction from the far left has been, at best, a shrug, and in some cases, a sick disappointment that the shooter was unsuccessful. We are all human beings. And if you can just pause and just take a minute and ask yourself, how would you feel if even just one person made cruel jokes about the attempted murder of your loved one?
Okay, I just want to get a temperature check. Think she would be okay with making jokes about the fact that she's dressed this way? That's fair game, right? We can still, like, that type of comedy is still legal. The FBI is not going to be at my doorstep because I'm comparing her to being dressed as fucking, what, Sarah Connor or Sonya Blade. That's still legal. I guess she got the messaging that, like, the pyrotechnics were making her come off very, awful. And so she decided, well, let me go in the complete opposite direction. The problem is that when you're blonde and white and you dress in all black, this is what it gives. This is what it gives. She's Antifa now.
That is what Jimmy Kimmel did to the First Lady. He said that she had the glow of an expected widow.
He was probably thinking of how you looked at one of those Zoom meetings saying, merch is way up. We're making so much money right now. TPUSA. Listen, sorry, I forgot to say, if you're like, you know, hurt and stuff and you need time off, you can take the time off. But I'm here. So, like, yeah, just like grow up and show up, okay? Or we have to fucking fire you. Anyways, yeah, merch sales are through the roof.
The glow of an expected widow. just 48 hours before that nightmare almost became a reality. And this culture we're living in absorbs disagreement as a form of personal betrayal. It turns having an opposing viewpoint into a moral crime worthy of punishment.
Okay, surely we have to. Surely we have to recognize the difference between, I don't know, being the fucking president of the United States and making decisions that impact literally everyone on the planet, and your local like hog that disagrees with you about trans people or whatever. Oh, hi Spencer. Why is she dressed like undercover Captain America? I don't know why. I don't know who convinced her to dress this way. I don't know who told her to do this. Someone must have said maybe you should wear like black to seem like respectful, like as if you were at a funeral or something. Like you should do that, even though no one was shot. Maybe, you know, like let's not do that. Oh my god, dude, that's amazing. That is incredible. Holy shit! What a fucking joke. What an actual shit show. Christ Almighty. Oh my god. All because what? Jimmy Kimmel made a joke about an Eastern European, probably mail order bride, not caring about her husband being like 80 years old. Being like, we've been making this joke for how long? How many like awkward cheek kisses have we seen? Like, hello? You saw the new Mortal Kombat trailer. She just really wanted to cosplay. Yeah, true. 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 You can't just tell the truth. My bad. Sorry. She needs to get her color analysis done. Yes. True. Fucking true. All right. No, not this. Yes. Good. So on the topic of condemning Hasan Piker, remember to do your daily ritual of, you know, like brushing your teeth, washing your face, condemning Hasan Piker. This is by far, I think, one of the most obscene, absurd, and funny things that could possibly happen. Newly surfaced tweets from Cole Allen reveal that he hated Hasan Piker, the far left, and pro-Palestine protesters. 1 second. Quote tweet, only in America can you have a politically moderate assassin, LMAO. And they tracked down his original Twitter, like the Twitter that he was using, I get his Twitter. And this is him retweeting a post that says, I spent a lot of time in countries where graft and grifting are the norm, and I assure you it is worth a truly immense cost to prevent that from taking hold in our society. You do not want to live in that kind of society. And then it's a photo of Hasan Piker. Other retweets from this person, from the Cole Allen guy, he retweeted this post that said, the Palestine protesters are functionally speaking Republican. And I find far right and far left dipshits who say, I just want the war to stop offensive. Do you think Ukrainians don't want? And then ... He also retweeted Brianna Wu or a Brianna Wu quote tweet that says, my position on Gaza is nuanced. My position on what's happening to Jews at home is not. This is no different than the KKK. Also retweeting this shit. I'm sorry, I'm not going to give up the last 85 years of civil rights and put my voting rights in jeopardy just because 1% of the population of Michigan is upset over a decades-long conflict on the other side of the world that has nothing to do with me or my community. Nothing to do with you. It's not like Israel is literally funded by U.S. taxpayer dollars. It's not like we are literally funding the murder of children. It's not like we are literally doing that. No. We're just little beans. See, like, I feel like this makes sense if you're like a Canadian citizen. Sorry, one second. Let me grab some. Like, if you're like from literally any country that isn't funding Israel, any country, then you can say, this has nothing to do with me. Okay. I feel like you should still care, but okay. The U.S.? I don't know about the U.S. I don't know about the U.S., man. I'm not sure about that one. So I gotta say, out of all of the things that I was not expecting the liberal Kamala Harris voter that hates pro-Palestinians and pro-Palestinian protesters and hates Hasan to be the assassin. By far, most absurd, most obscene thing that I could have seen this fucking week. And then... Liberal. Happy fun, la la la. In a totally different direction, I wanted to show you guys this.
Pretty wild that a tiny tax on tea started the revolution. And now we get the living daylights tax out of us, and nobody seems to does not know revolution. I mean, you get taxed on what you own, you get taxed on what you buy, and you get taxed on what you own. And it's like, okay, this is taxes, and and then what does it get spent on? A bunch of the stuff it gets spent on you don't even agree with. So that's why we need to reduce the size of.
Is this like a bit? Is this supposed to be stand up, or is he supposed to be speaking at like a TED Talk or something? Because this feels like a bit that's fucking bombing.
Government. And just spend less money, and let the people keep a lot more of their hard-earned money. Pretty wild.
The quote tweet: "You're literally richer than King George was." We're getting so taxed. Someone please do something. By the way, soon to be the world's first trillionaire. We're just getting so taxed. Please. Okay. 50,000 people lost their jobs because of this guy. I think he's negatively impacted the world a little bit more than losing some people their jobs, personally. Christ. Okay, on the topic, this is something that I really wanted to show all of you that has been living in my head rent-free because it caused me so much psychic damage that I was like, I need to show it to stream. I need to show it to stream. And I need to show it to you guys so that you guys can suffer with me because I am not suffering alone. And it is on the topic of comedians bombing. This is content warning unbelievably cringe, brain damage inducing, secondhand embarrassment. Okay, so only the strongest troops and the strongest soldiers be prepared to watch this. This is a clip that a comedian posted of them dealing with a, quote, heckler that they posted of themselves. Okay? And the caption is, "Triggered girl at comedy show."
Are you triggered? Perfect. I thought that would happen quicker, to be honest, when I looked at you at the beginning. What do you think? Here, this is your moment to speak. What should happen now? If this was your... You're good? This is not okay. This is not okay. Do you have kids? Look, we could do this the easy way. This is not funny. People are laughing, but this is wrong. This should be illegal. Think it should be illegal to do that? Make some noise if you think everything I did should be illegal. And that's why we need the 51st state, folks. We need some freedom of speech. Make sure this creature doesn't get into fucking parliament. She'll take away, or if she had power, she would take away your rights immediately. What did you say? Nobody can say that ever again.
Dude, I'm going to drink a glass of lava. I'm going to press the blue button and I'm going to hope that not enough people press the blue button so I can never have to deal with this shit in my life ever again. So I can be free. Finally, I can be free. What is this? This is so cringy. It's the cringiest thing I've ever seen in my fucking life, dude. She's not saying anything. She's just sitting there. Not saying anything. Nothing. She's saying nothing. She's literally saying nothing. And he's just like, I bet you're really triggered right now. You shouldn't do this. I bet you're really triggered right now. I think the only person that has been triggered by this guy is the menswear guy. Because why are you wearing this fit with this build? I know it doesn't work in this context, but butch body. What are, like, the only person you have ever triggered is anyone that's into fashion. How about you find some fucking clothes that fit you? Oh my God. Go up a size. Accept that you are XXL and just go up that size, man. That shirt is fucking suffering. You're going to kill that shirt because you're too embarrassed to get one size up, brother. Go and get that size up. Nobody wants, listen, underboob, a little bit of stylish, tasteful underboob. Everyone can get behind some underboob. No one has ever been into a little tasteful underbelly. No one. What? That is, I think, the only person that can ever be triggered by this individual. And his words, this creature. Probably cutting off all the circulation to his brain, too. It must be why his fucking comedy stinks, bro. Get off the fucking stage. Holy.
51st state, folks. We need some freedom of speech. Make sure this creature doesn't get into fucking parliament. She'll take away our, if she had power, she would take away your rights immediately. What did you say? Nobody can say that ever again.
Okay, I'm just going to vent because I feel like venting. First of all, we're only halfway through. Second, I want to say something else. This has been a problem that I've had with like comedy specials for a long time. This is kind of like, I feel like a lot of shit comedians, all of their work looks like this. Where like, they just rely on really lazy jokes and they rely on really lazy garbage and they pretend like it's funny. So like, where he's like, you know, say if you think, you know, this should be illegal. I bet she wants it to be illegal. Like, I'm going to say something, okay? Crowd work is impressive, and when it's done well, it's great. Okay? I bet you have kids, don't you? What the fuck? Who is that going to land with? Bro's up there shadowboxing with himself. If they're saying nothing, just move on. It would be like me pulling up a chatter for saying one thing and then they say nothing and I'm just talking about it for like 10 minutes about them saying, I'm being like, so are you going to say this? Are you going to, and they're not saying anything. It's like, girl, they're literally not replying. Like, they're gone, people. They are literally gone. Who's more cringe, Rob Schneider or this guy? It's that, don't make me pick that. What's worse, poop or shit? Like, come on. You aren't working the crowd, bro. Give it up. I know. I saw the Stabby crowd work was great. I mean, again, like I said, like really great, good crowd work is impressive. Very impressive. This is awful. And I will say this is the thing that like, not to get too woke about it. But this is especially bad with male comedians, with like shitty male comedians. They just do like the same fucking like, nobody tells these jokes anymore, man. Like they do the same Valley Girl joke where it's like, it's like, do you have any other material or is all of it just like making fun of women in a Valley Girl accent? Is that it? Is that the only joke? That's it? It's like ball and chain. The old ball, my wife. It's like, are we in the 80s? Find some new material. Oh my God. You have to have something better, man. And again, don't worry. His better is worse than this.
Like, if she could freeze my bank account right now, she would freeze my bank account. Like, if she had the power to do it, she might actually. She kind of looks like she works at RBC. So she might. I love that your friend here is, like, just trying not to laugh. So. And that's how much she likes you as a friend, because this is pretty funny, to be honest. Like, this is pretty entertaining. But you're upset, and she's like, I can't laugh because she wants you to have a good night. And I think you will have a good night. You got a see-through shirt on, tits out. I mean, go to King Street. You'll end up on the 80th floor of some building with a bunch of Arab dudes in no time. Oh, all right. Really happy. Thank you, Toronto, USA. You were.
I didn't have a great time. What was wrong with him? He was making racist jokes. He's not from Canada.
I'm sorry. I'm still stuck on one little thing. You are wearing a see-through shirt? What? Tits out? Her tits are in fact in, I'm afraid. I'm afraid I am not seeing any out tits. I'm only seeing in tits. Where are the out tits? I love me some good out tits, but I don't see any. They all seem to be staying in for the night. Can I just say, I'm pulling it up. It's unfortunately evergreen. I'm doing it. What was with the last bit? You'll be on the 80th floor with some Arab dudes or something? Why is it always just like the worst quality of male humor? Like the shittiest male comedians, their final reprieve is just rape. I don't understand. I don't get. I just don't get it. When in doubt, go to violence, I guess. I mean, this was a great quote tweet. Fascinating how he goes from realizing he can't provoke his desired response from her to humiliate her to immediately jumping to sexual harassment again to humiliate her. Genuinely world record pace fragile masculinity speed run hack comic edition. Dude, it's just sad. It's just, and the craziest thing about this was that the first time I watched it, I was like, wow, this guy, I almost feel bad for this comedian. Like, he just bombed like crazy and now everyone's making fun of him. And then I realized he posted it. He posted this clip of himself bombing. He even throws in a pivo when she doesn't respond. Literally, look.
Look, we can do this the easy way.
Okay, also, bro, I want to tell you something. You don't have to drink any more beers. You did it. You've already attained beer belly. You actually don't have to drink any more. You won. You won. You beat it. You did it. Congrats. You can put down the beer bellies or the beer now. You already got what you paid for, man. You're already max level, bro. There's no more XP to get, man. There's no more. It's maintenance. Yeah, I gotta say, really just, oh, Jesus. He goes home every night, looks in the mirror, starts bawling, I'm sure. Well, I'm sorry. This part was like kind of low key. This was such a, can I just say, this was such a self-report.
Say that ever again. Like, if she could freeze my bank account right now, she would freeze my bank account.
This is giving my ex-wife takes all my money in child support because she's a bitch. Like that. Okay, divorce mentality. Got it. Got it. Ugh, so fucking awful, dude. Sorry, I went to his Twitter for half a second. He's on Tommy Lauren's broadcast. He just posted this, like, I don't know, an hour, 30 minutes ago. Quote, we want our American cities to look like American cities. Is that so wrong? Ben breaks it down with Tommy. Oh my God, dude. Just. What's the worst thing you can say to someone? I hope you get addicted to League of Legends. Okay? I hope you do. Sir. Okay? I hope it's over for you. And even worse, I hope you play bot lane. I hope you get addicted to bot lane. All right? Worse than Denim too far. Sorry, you're right. You're right. That was too far. I went too far. I took it too far. I took it too far. All right. You guys want to see some comedy, though? Wondering where your Venom is, and this is what he's doing on the cart. This is this is not even inaccurate. This is literally canonically what Venom looks like. Hello. Okay. Don't ask me why they caked him up so bad, bro. I don't know. I think they were just trying to stay true to the comics. I can only presume, but this is just what he looks like, man. This is gonna affect my algo. Christ. Denim's good. Crowd work.
Husky. Husky, nice. What about you? You were so excited. You were so bummed out. I didn't.
I got 2 dogs.
You have 2 dogs? Holy shit! Oh my God, dude! F this guy. I didn't know I was talking to Caesar Milano over here. You were so bummed out. You're like, nah, you missed it, man. He's got 2. Yo, I mean, I don't want to get crazy. Does anybody have 3 dogs? What kind of dogs do you have, dude?
I don't even want to say.
You don't want to say. What kind of answer is that?
Dachshunds.
Dachshunds. Oh, wiener dogs. Oh, you were worried I'd be like, what do you, suck them or something? I got 2 of them. You're probably worried I was going to do that. I didn't do it though. You were just worried I was going to. I'm letting you know I'm not going to make fun of you having 2 little dicks running around. It's just you, or you have somebody, a person you share these dogs with?
My husband.
Your husband?
My husband.
All right. Dude, everyone chill out. All right, this roast just became a hate crime, I think. Holy shit. That's my favorite kind of dog, man.
Dude, it's unlucky. That's actually so unlucky. Oh God, dude. Oh my God, bro. Jesus. Oh fuck. That was good.
She's straight.
Okay, wait. I don't want to sit and watch too much comic work, but I'm even willing to like
I'm gonna fuck him.
Concede. Okay, well, when you have like a crowd that's like working with you and they're not really heckling, okay, well, it's easier to like make them not feel bad. But I've seen people make hecklers into great comic work. So, all right, let me close this stuff. Moving on from the comedian stuff. I just want to be honest with you guys. That was me just hate criming chat because I just didn't want to live in a world where I was the only person that watched that awful fucking video. I wanted you guys to suffer with me, all right? That's the truth. You see David Cross on Bill Maher's creepy basement show? No, but I wanted to watch that. I really don't like Bill Maher's basement show. It makes me so uncomfortable, dude. It makes me so uncomfortable, man. Okay, let's close this stuff. Can you give me some fashion advice? Erica Kirk is stolen from lesbian culture and now I need a new wardrobe. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Can you link to good crowd work? Oh yeah, for sure. One sec.
Okay, she's straight.
No. All right, let's close this stuff. Let's go. Let's do this. Wait. Yes, we have some stuff to... Before we get to more fun stuff, we have to suffer a little bit more. Well, actually, honestly, it's not suffering. Actually, wait. This is actually not suffering. Did you guys see... The full episode is like an hour or two long. The ones that Jon Stewart does with his guests. So it's a little too long for me to want to watch the whole thing. But I did see this segment about Platner. Despite a 40-point lead, Maine Senate candidate Graham for Maine says he hasn't heard from DNC leadership. And the quote tweet is, "It's Zoran Mamdani all over again. You can have a widely popular candidate, but if they are not for the establishment isn't for them. Even if the main enemy is the fucking Republican Party." And I have to like just go back to Cory Booker being like, we talk about Jersey here. We talk about Jersey. Who the hell is Mamdani? I don't talk about New York. We talk about Jersey. Meanwhile, he endorsed Eric Adams. It's like, no, it sounds like you just don't endorse the candidates that you don't endorse. And then when it's convenient, you say vote blue no matter who. That's what it sounds like, but okay.
The Democratic establishment has certainly put their Kalshi money and their Polymarket money on Janet Mills. And that, you know, have you felt any sense of any curiosity? Has there been any, hey, Graham, I'm a more establishment guy. You seem to be resonating. What do you think is going on? Or do they view you again through the prism of insurgent? This insurgent must be stopped.
As of late, past few months, there's been a lot more reach out from like individual people, kind of in the like senators. Honestly, I think there are a lot of senators now. There are a bunch of senators like Bernie, Elizabeth Warren, Chris Van Hollen, that whole crew. Who Martin Heinrich in New Mexico, who like they reached out early on and have been big supporters really the whole time.
They felt a fellow progressive who they thought, okay, I understand where this fella's coming from.
Totally. So that's been going on since the beginning. Past couple months though, there has been more reach out from, I would say, more kind of like establishment folks. However, and this is the important part, not from like the DSCC, not from the DNC, like nobody in the places of power remains interested.
But they're lost, dude. Like
it's so bad.
They're lost.
And the thing that bothers me the most isn't like, I'm not asking for you to like be my friend. But you should be curious because I'm pulling 40 points ahead.
Right.
At least just reach out and be like, hey, what are you actually? Because they've never spoken ever. I've never gotten a phone call. Like no one's ever reached out. I've never talked to anybody. Well,
again, the problem is that if the establishment Democrats ever back a candidate that has any motion at all that's progressive, then they have to show the rest of the world that at any point Democrats could fucking do something. Like literally, they could do something instead of, doing nothing and saying, oh no, we are working tirelessly. Tirelessly we are working. Did he just rob a 19-year-old bisexual Valorant streamer? What the fuck is he wearing? The chat reply, stop.
Like no one's ever been interested in which is like kind of baffling.
I think it's because they only know two stories. The two stories are this: you're either a moderate Democrat or you're a left-wing firebrand. And so what they're saying is, oh, sure, the left-wing firebrand, that does well in the primary, but that'll never travel. You know, there is that idea that, well, electability, and there's something crazy about this, as though you are the equivalent of you're the Democratic equivalent of a MAGA loyalist who has come out with wildly controversial positions. And then you talk to you for 5 minutes, you go, oh no, this is based in historical precedent.
And the thing is, like, I would believe Democrats if they're saying that the reason that they don't want to get near Graham Platner is because of the fucking tattoo, the elephant in the room. But then they would have backed Mamdani then. Oh, it actually has nothing to do with the tattoo at all. It just has to do with the fact that he's running on progressive principles and policies, and that's it. And that's the reason why. Okay, got it.
It has a very literate and literary foundation to it. It has a foundation of lived experience.
Graham's website used to say no more unjust wars, and I might be having a pancake waffle moment here, but what does he mean? Does that mean he's for just wars? What is a just war? I think I'm glad that we've moved away from messaging on that, but I think historically when people say just wars, what they mean is like Russia literally nukes LA or something like that, right? Like, we are not the aggressors. Like if Canada just like decided they wanted Washington State and then they just like sent, I don't know, their fucking, what do they have there? Not cows. What the fuck are they? Starts with an M. Moose. They're meese, if you will. If they were just like, we're storming this bitch, bro, we're taking it. And they just sent all of their moose. I'd be like, you know what? Okay, you guys can have it, but the U.S. might say, okay, this would be a just war. Yeah, I think like the U.S. getting involved in World War II was for a just cause, right? So I think historically what just war means there is like you are either defending yourself or you are defending another people that deserve to be defended for whatever reasons that you would clarify later. Wars of actual defense or to stop fascism from spreading, something we haven't done in a century. Precisely. Very precisely. But the reality is that happens so infrequently. The comment, and everyone is already on board for things like that. Like, there was no, like, what was I don't even know what the polling would have looked like, but the polling for U.S. involvement in World War II, right? When you have, like, enough of a percent, 70, 80, 90% of your countries on board. Yeah. Nuking Japan wasn't, though? Well, that obviously wasn't. World War II wasn't popular at all until after Pearl Harbor, which is exactly my point. That now became a war of self-defense. And at that point, it was justifiable to get involved. Once the U.S. lost lives, it became justifiable for the U.S. to get involved, which I think is probably, but everybody already knows. You should just say you're not for any more unnecessary forever wars, or you are against war. And it should be the last solution that you move towards, or the last attempt at solving a problem or whatever. Like, it should be diplomacy. No wars of aggression, correct?
Like, they should be, again, viewing this as a Rosetta Stone that can help them translate. And here's the trick. How do we translate those experiences to create that new deal for a more modern America, where we do get that value, where we do change the incentives of government, the way that money is spent? How do we make that transition?
This is honestly the hardest question to answer. And my answer is going to be insufficient. I'll just tell you that right off the bat. The answer to it is that we need to build political power through getting people like me into the U.S. Senate, into Congress, and we also need to do it while building organizational power outside of the system. There has never been a moment in American history where we've gotten good things just because the institutions or people in power decided to do it. They needed to be pressed.
Her
Thanks,
camera is
George.
so fucking big, and it bothers me.
Thank you for the 10 gift subs. Thank you so much. Your 10 gift subs closer to me fucking pissing myself playing Resident Evil 2. All right. So anyways, yeah, for anyone who missed it, this was actually, I think before, what's her name, dropped out. Janet Mills was like, I know it starts with a fucking M. I can't remember the name, but so he's basically slated to win. Maine Governor Janet Mills suspends Senate campaign, clearing Democratic path for Graham Platner. Polls had consistently shown Mills trailing oyster farmer Graham Platner in the Democratic Party. Republican Senator Susan Collins awaits the general election. Maine Governor Janet Mills announced Thursday that she's suspending her campaign for Senate, citing a lack of financial resources and clearing the way for a military veteran and oyster farmer Graham Platner in the Democratic Party. Primary ahead of a general election against GOP Senate Susan Collins. So, about time. Not the millennials writing, bye, Felicia. Guys, you need to let that meme die, okay? Put it down. I'm going to hold your hand when I say this. Let it die. Never. I'm sorry. You know, guys, I just got rid of like the last of my skinny pants or my skinny jeans. I got loose fitting. I just bought loose fitting pants. That's it. It's time to be one of the kids. Time to be one of the oh god, unfollowed. No. I did it. I bought the baggy jeans. I did it. Please. They actually just came back and loose pants are out of fashion denim. No. That shit is so 2010 teenage boy core. I don't make the rules, man. Here's the reality. Skinny jeans come in, and then baggy jeans come in, and then skinny jeans come in, and then baggy jeans come in, all right? So, I thought maybe it would just be a fad, and I was like holding on to dear, I was holding on for dear life. My jeans were holding on for dear life onto me. And then I gave up. It's not happening. It's time. Bell bottoms and flare ends and baggy straight fits, so yeah. It's time. I'm sticking with baggy pants for now. Yeah. I can't believe it happened 7 years of watching Denims and she finally wore some jeans. Finally happened. See chat. Never lose hope. Anyways, yeah, so I've already talked about with you guys my hesitations about someone like Graham Platner. And I think I've just been burned so badly on Fetterman that I'm always, I think going forward, anyone who touts progressive values, I'm going to hold my breath. I'm not holding my breath. But man, if it motivates anyone that is running on the Democratic ticket to be more progressive and that being progressive actually fucking works, I'll fucking take it, man. I'll fucking take it. All right? I'll take it. I am just waiting for the day that more Democrats realize this is the winning position and this is the only winning position. So. Platner has all the room to impress or offend. Ball is in his court. Yes, correct. But anywho, all right. To be honest, though, I think the most likely candidate to be Fetterman would be Mallory McCuomo. I don't know if there's any Fettermaning there. That's just, she's already Dr. Oz, man. She's already Mehmet Oz, man. Okay? All right. Okay. I wanted to show you guys that. Bit of hopium. But now, you know what it's time for, guys? Let's have some fun.
They're doing something. They're doing.
Sure, yes, you're right.
They're
They're buying them boys' clothes.
And telling them you're a boy now.
No, they're not telling them. They're just agreeing with. They're like going.
Well, they're
okay,
agreeing
honey.
with an 8-year-old because when has their judgment ever been off?
Because her camera is so fucking big and it bothers me.
Are you guys trying to tell me something? Hey, tax evaders gifted a sub. Tax the rich gifted 10 subs. Evade taxes now gifted 10 subs. Are you guys trying to tell me something? Are you trying to tell me something? Are there any other taxers I should know about? The stream is sponsored by Big Tax. That's true. That is actually factually correct. Thank you, Evade Taxes now. Thank you for the 10 gift subs.
Gone, people.
Oh, it's play. I'm illiterate. It's play. Play tax evaders. Thank you for the 20 gift subs. What the heck? Thank you. Wait, also, thank you for the treasure train. This is a great opportunity to say right before we get into the awful Bill Maher segment. If you like the stream and you like to support the stream and you like an ad-free viewing, one of the very few streams on Twitch that is completely ad-free. I do not berate you with ads. You do not get harassed by ads. You do not have to call HR because the ads are in your home bothering you, okay? And a totally sponsor-free stream. I haven't spoken to a sponsor in years. I don't know the next time I'll take a sponsor. I don't even remember the last time I took a sponsor. So if you would like to support the channel, it would mean a lot to me. If you had a Prime or a Tier 1 or a Tier 2 or a Tier 3, I would appreciate it. Magic Spoon 2022. It's been literally 4 years. 4 years. And I don't mean to alarm you guys, but I did get word from the emote artist that they're working on the emotes now. And this is the greatest opportunity to gift subs right now because subs are 35% off if you gift 5 or more. So if you don't sub right now, this will never happen ever again. And then I have to shave Wormy. And nobody gets any emotes. Yeah. Unless you guys are horrible. Frankenstein, thank you for the 38 months. God Machina, thank you for the 3 months. Or sorry, 8 months. Russell, thank you for the 5. House of Rice, thank you for the 5. Silver, thank you for the 10 months. Oh, C's, thank you for the 5. Last Glass, thank you so much for the 5 gift subs. Thanks, guys. And also, I don't mean to alarm you guys, but I'm like 100 subs away from me playing Resident Evil and being scared as shit all the time. Why is that game so fucking scary, guys? I almost lost it last stream, and I was like, I'm not gonna finish this game. I can't do it. But I think I'm getting better. I think I'm getting better. It's supposed to be. What the hell? There's an amazing show called I Hate Bill Maher. You'd probably love it. Sicko, thank you for the Prime. Decay, thank you for the Prime. Bumblebee, thank you for the Prime. Oh, sorry, Sicko, thank you for the 4 months. How many subs for Until Dawn? I will never play Until Dawn. I will literally never play that. Rary, thank you for the 5 gift subs. Thank you so much. Luna, thank you for the 9 months. I think Haifa, sorry, I missed this one. Thank you for the 43 months. Thank you. It's almost like they make it scary on purpose. What the fuck? Until Dawn is a good party game. Shut up. Like, literally be quiet. Be quiet. What about The Quarry? I've heard of that game. I've heard of it. Immersion therapy, what doesn't stop you makes you weirder. Wait a minute. How many subs for me to buy your worm? My worm is literally priceless. That'll be 5 gift subs. At least 6 or 7 perks. Hasan Abi Jr., thank you for the 6 months. What the heck? Thanks. Thank you. All right. Lock in, everybody. Jordy, thank you for the 5. Anon, thank you for the 5. Oh, and thank you so much for the 41 months. Thank you, guys.
Denims is streaming.
All right.
Off at 8.
You know,
Anyway,
you knew
okay.
you weren't gay, right?
That's
It's not different.
It is different.
No, it isn't.
It's okay. Good luck with President Vance.
Okay, since my friend David Cross was on the
Holy shit, he just got so bodied.
Bill Maher. What do they call it? The
Club Random.
Club Random.
It's so random.
It's like
so random.
What are we doing here? What are we talking about? I'm really high. So let's have this conversation.
I mean, I'm sorry, but Club Random sounds like a Disney show, a channel
It really
show.
is the girlist,
Right, like right
millennial
after
girl.
right after Hannah Montana, it's Club Random.
There was a lot of
Early, it was not on purpose. Haha.
things in this.
He's like, I'm hip with the kids. Maybe they'll want to watch me, Bill Maher, a fucking ancient fossil, talk about boring garbage. Maybe I'll get on the Tic Tac. Christ. It's so easy to lay down common sense like that, and then Maher has to babble and go, oh yeah, well, good luck with Vance. Yeah, it's pathetic. It's actually pathetic. Yeah, and thank you so much for the 10 gift subs. Well, because if he actually had to make an argument and say, well, being trans is different from being gay or whatever, he would have to explain why, and he can't explain why. His explanation would be, well, that one just, it doesn't feel right. Like, it doesn't feel natural, whereas being gay feels natural or something like that. He's just going to make an appeal to nature, which is going to be totally useless. Never forget how creepy Bill Maher was with that 20-something-year-old girl. You mean, excuse you, put some respect on her name, the Hawk-Tua girl. He had her on, and it was the most awkward thing I have ever seen in my life. That ruined my perception of Bill Maher more than anything else he's ever done.
Episode. I didn't watch the whole thing, but there was a lot of clips I've seen that I find quite agitating. Bill Maher is a bit of a coward. He'll bring on people who, are not necessarily spending all of their days working out these rhetorical arguments about this stuff. And he's a condescending, disingenuous.
So you're telling me you don't think David Cross anticipated having to talk about Sia Weaver while he's promoting his comedy special?
Zoran's Tenet, like Czar. Yeah. Oh, she's a communist.
Do you know who Sia Weaver is, who I've been obsessed with because she had a tweet?
Oh, you don't? You're in a bubble. You also probably don't know about what Zoran's wife said when she was 13.
Yes, you live in a bubble where you don't look at the tweets of the First Lady of New York from 15 years ago.
Right. What are we supposed to do? Look at the mayor's policies and whether or not they've been good? Look at the fact that Zoran has already made 6,000 landlords pay over $30 million to repair units? What are we fucking supposed to do, man? Excuse you, criticize politicians for their lack of ability to enact change? No, of course not. We have to talk about what his wife was posting on Tumblr when she was a teenager.
Bubble are you living in?
I like having a sort of like obsessive quality or obsessing over something and being like, you're in a bubble if you don't know exactly what I'm talking about.
Total
If you don't,
bubble.
You can't quote 30 Rock word for word like I can. You live in a
Name
bubble.
all 3 Packers kickers on the roster right now?
Yeah.
There are 2 cohorts of people who know who Sia Weaver is. 3. 1, people who are interested in housing policy, like really into housing policy. 2, people who watch this show because they saw her on the program, I don't know, a year or 2 ago. 3, people who are in the right-wing cesspool looking for any reason to have a problem with Zoran.
Sorry, how could you link this to me? Fistful of checks. Fuck you for making me see this. Mods, ban him. Knowing chat, you would get a fucking sub for this. This is the episode where he has Hawk-Tua girl on. Also, Tax the Rich, thank you for the 10 gift subs. By the way, just as a reminder, chat, if you don't say thank you, if you get gifted a sub, every time you don't say thank you, I shave 1 more inch square inch of fur off of Wormy. Okay? So, unless you want her to freeze to death, unless you want her to literally freeze to death and look like a naked chicken, you will say thank you.
Suddenly famous, nothing to be ashamed of. But now we have to move past that.
I agree.
Haley. What's your last name?
Welch.
I knew that. I was testing you.
It's okay. I had to sound out your last name earlier.
I don't expect you to know me. Most of the country does, bitch. But no, I'm kidding.
Okay. I don't even particularly like the Hawk girl, mostly because she did the crypto rug pull. But, like, I think we are all on the same page when we say, get away from her! Get a job! Oh my God!
But you're young. You'll get there. That doesn't matter. What matters now is move past, let's call it your origin story. And it's very much like the Kardashians.
Mm-hmm.
You know origin story from comic books, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So
Oh my God, it's so cringe. It's so cringe. You know, origin story from comic books. What are you, fucking 600 years old?
what's the Kardashians' origin story?
They started out before all the plastic surgery and everything else, didn't they?
No, what's their origin story? What put them on the map?
I'm not up to trends. I had to figure out who you were today. I'm so serious. I don't keep up with anything.
Oh, you're 21. You're not supposed to. I'd be disappointed if you did. But someday you will. Someday you'll be calling me and say, Bill, you know, I'm really getting caught up on the Middle East. Can you tell me? And I'll tell you. But
why? Like the guy, okay, whoever put this studio together, which honestly, seeing how bad it is, it might have been Bill Maher himself. Why are these chairs so big? First of all, the set is like, it's so bad. I can smell the cigarettes off the set. Second, why are the chairs so big? Look at him. He looks like, you know, like Blue's Clues, when the chair is so big and then like the people look small in them. He literally looks like he's 2 apples tall. What was the point?
Getting caught up on the Middle East. Can you tell me? And I'll tell you. But but right now, no, it was a sex tape. You don't know?
It was Kim's, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you do know this.
Okay, I do know.
Okay.
I didn't know that's what like started it all for him, though.
Absolutely. And they're very nice people.
Oh yeah, I'm
Chris
sure.
has sat right in that seat. She's a what?
She's been right here.
Many people have. Even people you know. But yes, they're wonderful people. They're just very nice. The only thing you can get them on is the Kardashian story. It's, you know, it's as if Spider-Man became Spider-Man because he blew a spider. You know.
That's kind of the same thing, isn't it?
Yeah. So, like, your origin story is Hawktua. It's cute, but we must now
move forward.
Who the fuck is we?
Very circumspect in how we allow people to, how long we let them play that out. And you.
Let this be a warning, chat. Let this be a warning. Anyone who tells you. Okay. This is a hate. What I'm about to say is a hate crime. So I need you all to not get mad at me. Okay. You need to know, and I'm going to hold your hand when I say this. Any dudes that you know in your life who put 0 effort in themselves and then say, no, it's okay. Because like men age like fine wine and women age like milk. So my strategy is that I'm going to be like 40 and then all of the women are going to be super into me. This is what happens to you when you think that. Okay? This is what happens to you when you think that. Okay? I just, that's not a hot take at all. Well, people get mad sometimes when you're like, when you say that, like, first of all, it is literally factually true that women prefer, sorry, you can ask any woman, literally any woman, if she would want to date someone who was ambitious and career driven and had all the positive traits that you associate with someone who's older or whatever, in the body of a 40-year-old or in the body of someone her age, she would say, in the body of someone my age, duh. Duh, hello? People prefer people that are around their age. You have more stuff to talk about. There's no generational gap. Like, why wouldn't you, hello? Like, use your brains here, okay? Sad part though, Bill is vain and thinks that he takes care of himself. I think when he got glasses, he almost had a personality crisis. Dude, stop. This is the meanest thing. Oh my God. This is like literally the meanest thing I've ever read, ever. Oh my God. Are you a teenage girl? Because how is this message so mean? His forehead transitions into his hair at the same angle that they build the Patella Palace walls to not collapse and keep the center of gravity low. I
don't like denims, like, at all, because her camera is so fucking big, and it bothers me.
I would expire. Yes, I would expire. Holy shit. Someone said, I missed it. Fuck. Wait, where is it? Why do men even say things like that? Well, I think it's like cope. It's sort of like this. It's the same cope every time. Like the looks maxer people and the PUA people and like the people who say that shit. It's all the same type of cope that it's like, no, it can't possibly be that I should work on my personality and put effort in myself and that naturally will attract other people to you. As long as you go outside and try and make an effort to go meet people. It must be that it's all about money. Obviously, that's what it is. No. It must be that it's all about looks maxing. No. It must be that it's all about like your age. No. It's like, no, dude, you are a composite of all of these smaller things. And if you worked on a lot of these smaller things and improved your personality, people would like you more. It's that simple. It's literally that simple. It's crazy. It must be the Sigma grind setting. All incels are personality cells. So true, dude. So true. So true. The best example of this, by the way, one of the most depressing things I can ever show you. So I'm sorry for ahead of time for this. Where is it? Come on. Maybe I thought I saved it. Maybe I didn't save it. It was this like insane like 4chan post that I could not believe. Oh man. Oh, I spelled it wrong. 1 second. Let me see if I can find it. Wait. One more attempt. It must be my willingness to switch to a support character when there are already 3 DPS. Exactly. Precisely. Exactly. Hold up. What? Maybe it got deleted. It was this like insane like post from this actually insane incel. And the post read something like there was a woman at there was this like Stacy at the I think he said he had, okay, wait. Maybe I can find it. Hold up. Let me make you guys suffer through this. I think I can find it.
Got to play a little hardball with this and, insist on Haley and And that's why it's important also to figure out your next step. So that will probably come out just during the course of this conversation. It's better if it just happens organically. I find in my mentoring life.
Your mentoring life.
Yes, it is what it is, and it's now the next thing. Hey, thanks for.
I like how. Wait, I'm sorry. This is his official podcast, by the way. His podcast channel, Club Random Podcast, and they cut him off on his own podcast. This is his YouTube. The YouTube editor was like, "Fuck you." Hey, thanks for. And then the video just fucking ends, dude. Oh my fucking god! I can't believe I can't find this stupid post. Well, whatever. It doesn't matter. Maybe somebody else could find it. It was like this crazy person. It was like a literal incel that was like, I go to Dave's Hot Chicken every Friday or something. And this absolute Stacy, like blonde, breastily woman had a seizure in front of me. And all these soy men went to help her. And I was thinking the whole time, I hope she died from that seizure. I'm like, dude, you're fucked. Like, you are literally, you are at the point where it is not possible for you to trick a woman into thinking that you are likable because your brain is so fucking fried. You see a person suffering and you think, well, I wouldn't help because that would be fucking cucked of me. I'm a Chad that I would never help. It's giving like the meme of like South Korean men not giving their seats up to pregnant women on the train. Why would I give your seat up? Some other guy came in you. It's like, Is it that women are delusional and have insane standards of wanting to be treated as people? Insane standards. Or maybe you're an insufferable person and you can't go 5 minutes without saying something horribly sexist in front of a woman. That's why there are no women that want to speak to you. Hello? Jesus. Maybe it's both. True. Yeah, actually, being Chad is just being a sexist piece of shit. I stand by my last message. Calling yourself involuntary anything inherently implies a trait that cannot be changed voluntarily. You aren't involuntarily muscle deprived. You just don't work out. I'm so not. I'm involuntarily muscle deprived because I don't want to go to the gym today. Oh my god, stop. Okay, all right. I wanted to talk about that, but I wish I could have found the post. Maybe it got deleted, I don't know. And before they start calling themselves vol cells, well, some of them do, the like men going their own way or whatever. The losers going their own gay or whatever. Like they literally do call themselves that as well, but it's cringe. I saw an incel post where the poster explained that being a father to a daughter is the most cucked you could ever be. I love that post. I'm pretty sure the original was not. Hold up, let me see.
I don't like Denims, like, at all, because I heard camera is so fucking big, and it bothers me.
The IRS is gonna be on my ass. Play tax evaders. Thank you for the 10. Evade taxes now. Thank you for the 10. Stop. Why can't I fucking find this stupid post? Server error. Who is fucking my shit up, man? Stop. Is Reddit down or something? Why can't I look at Reddit? God, I have to pee so bad. I have to pee so bad. But before I go pee, can I share this with you guys? Maybe some of you haven't seen it. I'm pretty sure, by the way, if personality is important, how did Bill Maher become rich? Well, it's about what's important for what. Lifting weights is important for the purpose of gaining muscle. Doing cardio is important for the purpose of improving your cardiovascular health. Having a good personality is important for finding people that like you and finding, like, potentially a spouse. It's not having a good personality doesn't mean you're going to make a lot of money. Hello? It's about what it's important for. He's also never been married, like literally, like because his personality fucking reeks, bro. But wait, I want to see this. Or I want to show you guys this. Some of you maybe have not seen this. I'm pretty sure the original poster was not a copy pasta, and it was so bad that it became a copy pasta. I'll read it out for you guys. I cannot think or comprehend of anything more cucked than having a daughter. Honestly, think about it rationally. You are feeding, clothing, raising, and rearing a girl for at least 18 years solely so she can go and get ravaged by another man. All of the hard work you put into your beautiful little girl, reading her stories at bedtime, making her go to sports practice, making sure she had a healthy diet, educating her, playing with her, all of it only has one simple result. Her body is more enjoyable for the men that will eventually fuck her in every hole. Raise the perfect girl? Great. Who benefits? If you're lucky, a random man who had nothing to do with the way she grew up, who marries her. He gets to fuck her tight pussy every night. He gets the benefits of her kind and sweet personality that came from the way you raised her. As a man with a daughter, what? You are literally, okay, dedicating at least 20 years of your life simply to raise a girl for another man to enjoy. It is the ultimate and final cuck. Think about it logically. Saying the most insane thing anyone has ever heard and following it with, think about it logically. Think about it logically. You're raising a daughter so other men can enjoy her. Think about it logically. No one is, what the fuck? You like need God. Like you literally need God. You actually God, I don't even think can save you. I don't think God can save you. I don't even know how. I think you get saved by being put to work in the mines for the rest of your life. Inshallah, you never have. Minus 4K karma is not enough. It's not enough. I can't take it anymore. I can't take it. I'm going to press the blue button only in hopes that not enough people pressed it. See, this is why I can't be against prisons. Yeah, sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry, real. You're also like, this is only a problem that you would have if you wanted to fuck your daughter. That's the only time you get cucked. You get cucked when you want to be doing the fucking and you're not the one doing the fucking. If you don't want to do the fucking, why are you thinking about that? That's so weird. Hello? Hello? Like that's you're insane. Like you're an insane person. Getting rage baited by a copy pasta? No, I'm telling you, the original post was not a copy pasta. It became a copy pasta. Also, I can tell you have not spent enough time watching very real videos from real incels. Manosphere dudes believe this. They express something like this, correct. This is within the mentality of the Manosphere incel freaks. They literally think you can't ever do anything nice for a woman ever because you're just a cuck and you're never going to get to have sex with her. So what's the point of doing anything nice for a woman? It's like, you need help. You need help. You need psychiatric care. I disagree. I think this guy can be rehabilitated and reformed into dog food. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. They had me in the first half, not gonna lie. They had me in the first half. Yeah, I think it's could it possibly be that you can't find people that like you because anytime you speak, you say the worst things imaginable every time? Or maybe it's everybody else's fault. It must be everybody else's fault. I do like the copy pasta of the one of like the woman where it's like, is having sons the ultimate, what's the woman version of cuck? It's like, cuck queenery or something like that. I forget what the word is. I don't remember. It's like cuck queen. It's something like that. Anyways, Cuckarella. Cuckarella is actually the fairy godmother. She doesn't actually get to enjoy any of the perks of her magic. She can only watch somebody else enjoy it. Think about it. Being a fairy godmother is the ultimate cuckoldery, cuck queenery imaginable. You spend all of this time making this beautiful princess, and for what? Just so the prince can ravage her. And what do you get? Sorry, no. Sorry. Right, dude. Anyways. Yeah. Then wake up, new Israeli native cousin dropped. Cuisine, why did I say cousin? Israeli restaurant introduces new dish, the toilet ice cream. I saw this and I genuinely couldn't tell if it was real. This is too absurd. It's got to be like AI, right?
Wow.
They're not actually like...
Oh my god. Oh my god.
This is not real, right? Denims, this is real. It actually predates AI. It's fake, dude. Stop. There's an Ethan Klein joke here somewhere. Okay. There's one here somewhere, dude. I'm too lazy to find it. You guys know what I'm talking about, dude. Oh, fuck, dude. All right. Enough of... Oh, wait. I didn't even get to watch the... Wow, I got so stun-locked by like 50 different things. I forgot. Let's actually watch some of the segment, the Bill Maher segment. And then even more brain rot, we get to do the SHOEONHEAD segment.
See, like really into housing policy.
I'm going to go pissers really fast or else I'm going to piss her on myself. 1 sec.
2, people who watch this show because they saw her on the program, I don't know, a year or 2 ago. 3, people who are in the right-wing cesspool looking for any reason to have a problem with Zohran Mamdani because he is incredibly popular and has probably been, I mean, just objectively speaking, accomplished more in his first 120 days or whatever it's been than any politician they can name who's actually done something. Like, you know, it's arguable whether Trump was more destructive, but any politician that has an actual positive agenda, you'd be hard pressed to find any politician who has achieved more in 120 days. You may not like it, but he's delivering on what he said he was going to do. But today, they just came out with another tax proposal that looks like it's going to happen. That's going to raise another $1 billion to deal with this deficit that Eric Adams left. But they're so desperate to find something wrong with Mamdani, they got to go deep into his wife's tweets and talk about one person who is working in a massive administration in New York City with a massive budget, working on housing policy, and not even they're talking about her policies. They're talking about a tweet she had 5 years ago. But be that as it may, here's Bill Maher talking to David Cross. Is this the one about the but okay, yeah. Here he is. Bill Maher is so worried about little children that he doesn't have.
You need to be checked. People need to be checked.
I think they'll be...
including your little girl.
Okay.
She needs to be checked. I don't know what...
Fuck that bitch. Fuck that little bitch with her black friends and trans friends and not even understanding. She doesn't know.
Wait, she has trans friends in 3rd grade?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, they know they're trans in 3rd grade.
I knew one of her friends. I knew when he was a girl.
How old?
I think just turned 9, and is just the coolest kid. I think
boy to girl, girl to boy,
girl to boy,
girl to boy. Okay.
And she has another very close friend who's not in this school, but who's boy to girl at 3.
But girl to boy, I mean, I knew somebody who said to me, actually more than one person who said to me, a woman said, I was what they called a tomboy. If I was alive now and acted the way I did then, that's what they would have done to me.
Well, nobody's doing this to her.
Okay.
Well, I don't know.
Literally.
They're gonna do this to you. What?
Can I just pause to say, as somebody who, I cut off all my hair for like 2 years, wanted a stud in one ear, only wore a it wasn't LeBron James, a Shaquille O'Neal Lakers jersey, and was a real tomboy for quite a while. I did not get a lot of pressure to change my gender, and I didn't end up doing that. It was a phase because I was allowed by my loving mother to to experience that kind of thing and experience my gender
your mother
performance.
did that to you, allowed you to cut your hair and wear a boy's shirt.
Yes.
I will tell you, I never got along with I never got along with boys, but I also never got along with very girly girls. And still to this day, I do feel like there's disconnect where I suffer from I feel like all of the hobbies or a lot of the hobbies I got into are very traditionally or classically or generally overrun with men. And so, and I you guys can see, the most I can do, okay, is cut my nails and try and file them to a shape that's not ugly. Okay. And I buy nail polish and I try to use it. The problem is again that I have I'm annoying is the problem. So I want to get my nails done at a salon because I see the nails and they're so nice. And I'm like, oh my God, I want to get them done. And then I look into them and the UV light gives you skin cancer. And then the girly pops are just put sunscreen on right before. But the sunscreen doesn't actually stay on your nail bed. And you actually are still getting the cancer to the skin under the nail. And so I'm like, well, I can't do that, which removes so many options. And then all that's left is figuring out a way to make normal polish look like gel polish, which is very difficult. Or you can do dip powder nails. Yeah, but then I have to find a salon that won't use any UV, right? And I just have never sat there. The technicality of getting your nails in. This is why I struggle with a lot of things because it's just I don't know. I can't. And so I'm like, you know what? Either I have to find a salon that will listen to me if I say I don't want to put my hand under the UV bed, or I have to find a way to make normal polish look like gel polish, or I have to wear fake nails. And I love the way fake nails look. They're so cute. But I hate what it does to my nails afterward. You remove them and it's your nails are so fucked. They're so fucked. So yeah, I don't know. Can't you just do your own nail polish? Well, yeah, but the problem is I like the raised bed look. I love the way that gel polish and acrylic look. And I even got an acrylic set. And first of all, my hands are not, I am not dexterous enough to use them. This is such a girl talk conversation, right? But when you apply normal polish, you can see your fingernail bed is straight. But I love that when they do acrylic or they do polish or they do fake nails, your nail goes up a little. It looks so, I love that look. And I want that look so well. And also, yeah, regular polish doesn't stay on as long. Basically, my point is whenever I have spoken to women this way, they're like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. I can't do it. Like, do you put sunscreen on your nails too? Like, wait, what do you mean? So anyways, yeah, I forget what I was saying. You know, for skin cancer, like going outside. I mean, you do it like a normal amount, right? But what are the male hobbies? Like mostly just gaming, just like sitting home and playing video games. And when I was younger, it was even worse. Like I didn't like anything feminine. Like I didn't wear makeup. I never did my hair. I wasn't into dressing myself well. Nothing. Like literally nothing. So, yeah. Do you see fake nails? I did see those, but they actually are really uncomfortable. You know? Also, I hate the argument of, well, everything causes cancer. Okay, I'm not going to fucking speedrun that shit. Hello? Hello? No. I'm not going to add to the... That's like... Which I understand you are morally consistent when you say that. The type of person that says that also adds one more shirt to the clothing pile because they're like, well, the clothing pile already exists. That's not how I operate. If there's a clothing pile, I don't want to make it worse. I'm not going to add one more shirt to the pile. It's already bad enough. I got to put the fucking shirt away and then I got to fucking work on the shit that I didn't work on. Right? Like, I'm sorry. Like, I will not. I will do my best to not make things worse. Okay? Well, yeah, because you only have one shirt, so there would be no pile. Shut up. Shut up. Do you just never get your nails done or rarely? I just basically don't get them done. How much worse is doing that like twice a year gonna actually be? I mean, probably not that bad, but I don't know. Anyways, why did I bring that up? Oh yeah, all of that was to say, I don't think I was ever like a tomboy, but I definitely was not a girly girl, and I did not get along with the girly girls. But like at no point did anyone say, or at no point did I think I wasn't a girl. Like, hello? Because it has nothing to do with whether or not you present feminine or not. Like, that's separate.
Yes.
That last I checked, LeBron James is...
It was Shaquille O'Neal at the
Shaquille
time.
O'Neal is a boy.
Man. Yep.
And a man. And you were allowed to... And your mother did that to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
To quote Veep, not doing anything is doing something. You know, they're doing that to you.
That made me think of it a whole different way. But it's just how he opens this act talking about kids. He has no idea what he's talking about whatsoever, but speaks with the utmost authority to a father.
He has zero understanding. The idea of people going through, of kids going through a phase, or ultimately not it being a phase, and allowing them to express themselves, he perceives this as some parent is pushing an agenda on the kid. His perspective on parenting is so twisted, and it's even more twisted based upon the fact that he does not have a kid.
It's crazy.
It is.
You gotta check these kids.
Yeah. Good.
All those people, one day.
Yeah.
One day timeout for all of them.
To the way I did then, that's what they would have done to me.
Saying.
Well, nobody's doing this to her.
Well, I don't know. I mean,
literally, nobody is doing this to her.
How old?
She is, or he is, either 8 or I think 9.
Okay, then somebody is doing something, because 8 or 9-year-olds can't.
No, you know what they're doing?
Can't do anything.
They're responding to the child, and the child says, I want boys' clothes. I want to be addressed as a boy. And the parents are going out and buying boys' clothes like they would if she was a tomboy. And the only difference is referring to to this kid in the way that the kid wants to be referred to. And that's what they're doing.
Yeah, social transition.
And there are numbers on trans affirming.
And the thing that's crazy is these conversations existed long before, I guess, trans people became more publicly visible, I guess. And I really don't understand, like, cishet parents where it's like, oh, my kid wanted to do their polish, but I would never let them because that's, what are they, fucking gay? It's like, what the fuck? What is wrong with you?
Care for kids that just show how infinitesimal this kind of thing is. Lancet had numbers on when they looked at younger kids when they were socially transitioning and beginning that kind of care, that 98% continued care as teens, according to Lancet. And then there was also a pediatric study about the very notion of detransitioning, where they looked at kids who had socially transitioned and after a 5-year period, what they how they ended up. 94% continue to identify as their socially transitioned gender. The remaining 6%, you can have that. Half of them stopped care and identified as non-binary, so that's 3%. And the other less than 3%, they decided, yes, I'm going to remain as my birth gender. But that was heavily weighted when analyzing this in pediatrics with kids who were under 6 years old before they had undergone any bodily changes, any of these hormonal changes. The detransitioning part, where kids are exploring their gender identity, yes, that tends to happen when they're much younger, before any of the medical interventions that he's talking about have even occurred, let alone even if they're in the time when kids are experiencing puberty. A lot of this stuff is just hormone blockers and other and hormone treatments, or I should say puberty blockers and hormone treatments that like aren't the drastic medical intervention that he's talking about and are used on cis children very frequently, which Bill Maher doesn't say shit about.
But this is also
the reality too is like there is last time I talked about parenting, got myself into some hot water. So let's see what happens this time. I have noticed a lot of parents, not all parents, obviously, but there are a concerning number of too many parents that see their kids as an extension of themselves. And like beyond just property, but as like, no, you don't get to live your life because that's my life you're living. And if you think that as a parent, I hate you. I actually hate you. And so does your fucking kid, okay? Because like, nobody wants to be a representative for their parent. You didn't sign up for that at any point. My dad has told me so many times how I'm his legacy and he's going to be immortal through me as long as I have kids. Like, it is, can I say something even more insane? I understand, like, if you're a parent and you want to be a grandparent, that's valid. The desire is valid. Demanding that your kids have kids because they owe it to you, it's like, am I crazy or is that not an insane thing? Am I wrong to say that you shouldn't pressure your children into having children? Or you guys can tell me if I'm wrong about this, because it feels really insane that's just something so many people say. It's so crazy. It's so insane to me. I'm a parent. I don't care what my kids do with their lives as long as they're happy. I mean, as long as they're happy and they're safe and they're doing well in school, you know? You're wrong, and only men should be doctors or something. It's so wild. Like, my mom calls me, I'm reading a chat message. Chatter says, my mom calls me selfish for not wanting kids and then says I need to have kids so someone will take care of me when I'm elderly in the same breath. It's like, you what? Best I can do? A cat. best I can do. Trans girl here when I was a kid. Therapists, parents, teachers, everyone in my life did everything they could to convince me I was cis. Parents legit get offended if you're not what you think you are, it's crazy. And like, I do understand. I think that there's like a wide breadth of possible problems that like you as a parent can run into, especially in our society, where I understand. I am very empathetic of parents that don't and didn't want their kids to be gay or trans because they know that their life is going to be more difficult because of that. Like, they accept it, but they're also frustrated because our society just fucking sucks and we treat queer people like shit. That it's like I almost understand the perspective there of like, no, but like I don't want to sign up for the hardest difficulty of life. And you don't want to you don't want to sign up for the hardest difficulty, man. Life is hard enough. So like, I understand. I can even empathize with that perspective, right? But Jesus fuck. Like, actually, like the transphobic parents that are just like, but I was supposed to have a little girl. Like the Elon Musk of the world that are like, I only have sons. It's like, what the fuck? Like, you. And I feel like in most of my life, I feel like I've been the crazy person for saying it's insane that you would have a kid and need the kid to be a specific gender. It's like, if you wanted a specific gender, you should have gone to a fucking orphanage. You know, you're rolling the dice. You're not allowed to be mad with what you get after you roll the dice. What the fuck? That's great. Kids deserve to be wanted and not be an item on a checklist for having a successful life. I heard that from my dad. Quote, I only have 2 sons or 1 son. I'll never have a daughter. What the fuck? That's so insane. That's so insane. And I've heard people in the wild say this, and I've always felt like a crazy person for being like, I don't know. I don't think you should like force your kids or like pressure them to being whatever mold you wanted them to be. That's crazy to me. That's a crazy thing. They didn't sign up for living and consciousness, dude. You kind of just like gave that to them and now they're just kind of dealing with it. And now they have to live the exact life you want them to live? What the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with you? And again, I even understand, like, I totally understand the mentality of like, well, I want my kid to have a good life and that's why I want them to have like these things. But there are a lot of things that don't fucking matter. Like, I don't think anyone wants their kids to get addicted to drugs, but that's because that would make their life worse. And there's kind of like no upside at all. Like, it's like, no, bro, I was meant to be a meth head. It's like, no, no, you are not. Stop. Please. Yeah, I don't know. Did you live your parents' life? No, I don't think you have a responsibility to live the life of whatever your parents want. That seems weird. Speak for yourself. I don't want my kid to be some loser narc. Drugs aren't bad. Misuse of drugs are bad. Well, yeah, again, it's like, I think within reason, there are things that you can ask or like want your kid, but that should be like the same stuff everybody wants because you want your kids to do well in life and that you want them to be happy and healthy, right? I don't understand I've never understood, especially like, I've never understood parents that care that their kids are gay. So weird. It's so weird. It's so weird. I don't understand. It's like, why does that matter? Like, literally, like, what? How? How does that matter? Like, literally, how does that matter? That's so crazy. All right. So,
So it also reveals the fact that this has nothing to do with protecting kids or any of that stuff, because there is no physical intervention that's happening at this point. It's just simply, I'm going to buy you the clothes you want, and I'm going to respond to you in the way that you want me to.
Yeah, she, her.
And it's like,
and kids know, like,
and it's.
I also feel like letting kids explore, like clothing and presentation, is like. I'm not a pediatrician or a child psychologist, so maybe someone in chat who can comment on presentation of children and hobbies and fashion and whatever can comment on this. But I feel like for me, I benefited from being able to make my own decisions when it came to like how I presented. So like the clothes that I wore or like how my hair looked, because it let me like explore what I liked and what I didn't like. You know, I got to realize that, oh, I actually don't like wearing skirts, or like, oh, I do like wearing skirts, or I do like this, or I do like to present this way. Because you don't know that you're not going to like something unless you do it. And this is like this is like, I'm just talking about cis kids. That's all I'm talking about. I'm just talking about cis kids. And I feel like unless you let kids experiment in that way, experiment here meaning like, I don't know, let them go to Hot Topic or whatever. Let them be scene kids or whatever. They're never going to know if they like that or not. And like repressing it forever is only going to stunt their development later. Like, can you imagine if I had my weeb scene kid phase at like late 20s or 30s or something? Oh my God. That would be terrible. Oh my God, Jesus. Like, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like that is life in general. When Chatter said, as a child therapist, yeah, letting kids explore and have some independence is good for development. And it's also like I feel like you learn more from like doing than you do from your parents or some other authority figure telling you, right? So I know that I feel like I've seen TikToks and shorts and videos from people who are like, yeah, well, my kid is not going to have a Disney princess backpack. He's going to get bullied at school. It's like, well, why not try and explain that to the kid and then tell them, you know, they might be mean to you. And if you like it, if you like the backpack, wear the backpack. And if they're mean to you and you want to switch the backpack, we can switch it. And then let them like experience it, right? Like saying, no, you don't get to have that. It's like, that can't be good for your development. Maybe it's fine for your development, but like, I don't know. I feel like that's an easy lesson to learn. Shouldn't you just let them get the backpack they want and learn about human suffering on their own? Or cruelty or whatever? Like, that's such a small mistake to make as a kid, or like such a small negative experience to have as a kid. Shouldn't you let them have that? Bold of you to assume parents give a shit. No, there are lots that do. I mean, come on. Funny story, my dad is full bald. He sees me at 34 with 0 bald spots and gets mad. Dude, you're like hair mogging your dad. What the fuck? Dude, stop hair mogging. Oh, and Chatter said, my son is a gay middle schooler. Most of the kids are extremely judgmental. It's all about the perception of how others will see you, which they've learned from their parents. Your reputation is so dumb. And it's like, again, there are things that like you will get shamed for that are worth being shamed for, right? Like if you show up to work and you smell awful every day because you don't fucking shower, you deserve to be shamed for that. You don't deserve to be shamed for your sexuality, right? Like that's insane. I feel like if your parents are meant to do any of that social teaching, it should be to help you understand the things that you should be shamed for, like not showering, and the things that shouldn't matter, because you can't control them anyways, and no one should be shamed for those things. Also, again, Zagura actually has kids, but Maher has the thought of what he thinks kids should be like. It's so cringe.
It is exactly, if you are concerned, like Bill Maher and his ilk pretend, you're making changes, irreversible changes on these children who are going to later... This is exactly what you would want them to feel comfortable and have the opportunity to try out what they want to try out as they grow through up until adolescence. This is exactly what you would encourage if you are sincere in your deep concerns.
And did you see how he gets fixated specifically on the boy to girl one?
Oh, definitely, because when he said,
can we go back a little
girl to
that?
boy, you could see he's almost disappointed
because there's a lot of misogyny and patriarchal notions that are undergirding the fixation, particularly with trans women. One, because a lot of men view themselves as the dominant sex, and a rejection and understanding a rejection of masculinity towards femininity is offensive to their notions of superiority, even if these men don't fully acknowledge that that is how they feel. That's how they've operated in life. And it could happen to me. And in the same way that gay panic is elicited by these kinds of men that are not in touch with their gender expression or sexuality, or repressed or hateful in some way. It's also this fear that they're projecting onto it, that they may at one point be attracted to a trans woman, and how gay does that make you? So they never focus on trans boys and girls. You really rarely hear it.
He's disappointed when Cross said it first.
Right, because they're like, oh, you want to be a man? Of course you do. Of course you do. But a woman, ugh.
Right. Then I can also transition into my sports argument.
But the sports argument is the avatar for, right. It's just, I'm adding to it. The sports argument is the avatar for also, they're reaffirming their notion of their masculinity by fixating on it, because they pretend that they're protecting girls. Like they're protecting women and girls from the scary men. And that makes them feel like, oh, okay, I understand the boundaries of gender now. It doesn't make it so scary for me.
It was a girl.
How old?
I think just turned 9, and
why is she speaking in capitals? Because she needs to speak her fucking truth, dude. Also, 100% he's so scared he's gonna be attracted to a woman who has a penis. I saw one tweet that was like, I didn't save it, but it was so true. It was like a tweet. I don't know if the person who posted it was trans. They said like, I can understand having like genital preference and having thoughts about whether or not you would date someone who is trans if you're gay or you're lesbian. But if you don't date trans people as someone who's bisexual, something weird is going on there. And I gotta say, that post was so true. That post was so true. Because like, how can you have the mentality of like, I'm just down for whatever, and then you're like, but not that. It's like, well, why? And then you see like the replies, and all the replies of the bi men and women saying that they wouldn't date a trans person are all the most insane people you've ever seen in your life. It's like, because I don't encourage people's mental delusions. It's like, see? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, but bi people aren't real. Shut up. Stop with the rage baiting. Stop. Yeah, I do think if you call yourself bi and you're like, I would never date a trans person, it's like, what's going on there? Let's unpack that. Let's just unpack that. Huh. Huh. Anyways. Why would I want the best of both worlds? Why would I give a shit, dude? Why would I care? I can't, like... You claim to be a pancake and waffle enjoyer, but if someone said, like, hey, I'm bringing you pancakes, and then they brought you some waffles or something, you're like, I can't eat that. It's like, but you said you like waffles. Sorry, we didn't have any pancakes. I can't eat that. Well, you said it was a pancake, and now it's not, so I can't eat that. It's like, huh? The fuck are you talking about? That star, bitch. Okay. I don't give a shit. So weird. I don't know. Pansexuality is trans inclusive, whereas bisexuality is trans exclusive. In my experience, the words mean very similar things. And as someone who's used both labels, I feel like there isn't really like. I feel like it's one of those things where it's like you just like the label that you like. Being bi definitely does not mean that you are trans exclusive. In my experience, I feel like pan just means like. It tends to mean like a little bit more than bi in that, in the way that I've seen it presented or talked about or described, as being attracted to like the people rather than, and like you don't really care about the gender markers that exist. And that's not that's not important. Whereas bisexuality maybe sometimes is a little bit more like, oh, I'm interested in men and women. But it still can be trans inclusive. There's no reason not to be. But yeah. But anyways, I like the bi flag better, so I call myself bi. I like the pan flag better. But I'm just like, whenever I talk to normies, I just say bi because it's easier to say. In many areas of America, bi means both and pan means what is that? So I'm just used to bi, yeah. I like the pan flag colors more. They look kind of nice. I like them more than I like the bisexual flag colors. Don't hate me. The pan ones are cuter. They're cuter. They are. It's a really great color scheme, right? The bisexual colors are like, yeah. Oh, look, they got blue and purple. Whoa. Where's the yellow, bitch? So anyways. I'm not sure if I'm bi or pan, so I just say queer. Well, yeah, that's always like the safe one to go for. Kind of lame. No one thought to put the TF2 frying pan on the pan flag. It's true. True. Crazy because being bisexual is very obviously binary coded, so you just automatically think man or woman. Well, yeah, but then I've seen some people say like, because I mean, language is descriptive, not prescriptive. So I've seen other people say like, well, bi has to mean two, and two can mean that you're into non-binary people and women, but not men. And it's like, I don't, in my experience, when you talk to people who are bisexual, they use bisexual to mean what I think people generally think of pansexuals being, which is like, oh, I'm just into like men and women and also whatever else. Like, I don't exclude. But I'm sure that there are transphobic people that are bisexual that just hate trans people, and that's why they use that's why they call themselves bisexual instead of pansexual. But I don't. Yeah, this is actually a great way. This is the way that I've seen. You described it better than I did actually, because I tried to, and I think I failed a little bit. This is much better. Pansexuality can be for anyone, largely with no preference. Bisexuality usually means, or can mean, that you have a preference for masc or femme. Bisexuality is not inherently transphobic. Yeah. Thought you were only attracted to gamers. Wrong. I'm only attracted to gamers that are good. Get fucking owned, idiot. Dumbass. Bro just got disqualified. Sorry, that was too far. That was too far. Okay. Before we get too lost in the sauce on Bill Maher being a fucking idiot, I don't want to miss the opportunity to talk about this. So we're going to talk about this. Congress is set to introduce a resolution today condemning Hasan Piker for allegedly spreading anti-Semitism. The resolution was brought forward by Representative Josh Gottheimer and Mike Lawler. The two received nearly $3 million from AIPAC/pro-Israel lobby groups combined. Congress, when millions of Americans ask for our tax dollars to fund healthcare instead of bombs. Best I can do is condemn Hasan Piker. Is this like a kitchen table issue? People who have breakfast at the kitchen table with your families. Does Hasan Piker come up about being a serious day-to-day issue? Because I don't think it does. I'm going to be honest. I guess I haven't infiltrated enough homes and had breakfast with enough different people. But in my experience, no one's lives are being made, or American lives as a whole, are not being made better or worse by Hasan existing. I don't think so. I don't think so. Have you said your 5 daily condemn hummus? No, I haven't. Condemn hummus, condemn hummus, condemn hummus. Condom hummus. Sorry, condom hummus. Sorry, I almost missed one. Sorry. Did you thank Obama today? Sorry. You're right. You have to face LA when condemning, though? Oh, like Mecca? Okay, that's fair. I hate how's on. Sorry, you're right. Oh, at the end, the M has Israel high? Yes, sorry, you're right. I'm so glad that, like, we pay our we pay our representatives hundreds of thousands of dollars a year so that they can fucking write their hate fanfic about streamers that they don't like. Are you kidding me? Why am I doing this for free? Taxpayers will pay me to hate streamers? Why the fuck am I doing this for free when I could be getting taxpayer dollars for it? Hello? My evangelical fox-addicted Trumpy grandma used to message me Bible quotes every day with AI Jesus, and now all she cares about Hasan Piker. She has forsaken her faith, stopped cashing social security checks, and become addicted to online Yahtzee, all because of how important and crucial Hasan Piker is to her day-to-day life. I'm so scared. Okay. Yeah, I've heard enough. Step 1, give me Kaya. Step 2, question mark. Step 3, the revolution, and everyone's lives will improve. So yeah, I think we figured it out. I think I've heard enough. I've heard more than enough. Dude, Wormy could ride Kaya. I can imagine her on Kaya riding her, like into the wind, into the sunset, with like a little cowboy hat, and Kaya with like a little like the bandanas that you tie around their neck. Like, I can imagine that. And then maybe she's even like smoking a little cigarette on Kaya. Like, not easy being out here. The worm and her wolf. I can see that. Yeah, I need to fucking steal that dog. That dog's mine. I'm liberating that dog. Yeah, I've seen enough. To be fair, Kaya is more of a Zen girl. Fuck. Okay. Well, guys, I'm going to say something. Chat. All right? We are not going to be able to get to the shoe on head, the fart on head segment, unfortunately. But we can do it tomorrow. And you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking we got close enough to the goal. Shall we debate it? I'm sorry. I meant to get to it today. We got to everything else, but I meant to get to it. We will do it tomorrow. I promise. But I'm thinking we give like some games. I'm thinking it's Resident Evil time. It's time to be evil towards the residents. Okay. Yes, Zach, we will be watching. Oh, I almost forgot. There was some other stupid fucking meme that I saw. We'll save that for Mold Monday. I have a funny meme that I want to share. Also, Queen, thank you so much for the 5 gift subs. Thanks. You see the trailer? Wait, watch the trailer first. You're so right. Hold up. Let's watch the trailer. New Resident Evil trailer dropped.
Hello?
Hello?
I had a little bit of a problem on the road. I was wondering if I could use your phone. Hello?
Hello? Hello? Left wing? Right wing? The director of weapons, hello? Bro got some gas, man. Bro, find the Pepto.
Hey, babe. Look, I'm really sorry that we got disconnected earlier, but some things have happened. I'm in like a seriously fucked up situation right now. And it looks like there's a chance that we might not get to talk to each other again.
Marketing?
I just wanted you to know.
Oh. Busted down to this music though.
I love you.
Yeah, Chan got a slap. I'm not gonna lie. I think I saw that this movie, the most recent attempts at Resident Evil movies, is that they're done trying to emulate the other movies, and they're done trying to like make brand new movies that are about zombies, but they're calling them Resident Evil, and instead they're trying to make a movie that takes place in the Resident Evil universe that has the vibe of Resident Evil. Seems mid. I feel like they can deliver. I think they can deliver. I believe. The director is a hella fan. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. It was a casting and director issue. I mean... and then there was one other thing. I meant to watch this ages ago and I totally forgot. Hold up. There was a Spencer TikTok that I really wanted to watch. The notes you find in Resident Evil.
Is 90 left. Hey, entire company. Just want to let everyone know that the combination for the safe in the executive office is 90 left, 60 right, 10 left. And inside the safe is a green plant. I always forget my key card every day. Good thing there's a spare key card in the custodian's closet. We turned a 9-year-old orphan into a giant lizard person, and he ate a bunch of people, and he's very aggressive, but we put him into a cell, and he's not going to escape. Lizard man escaped, so not good things happen. No, I heard something weird about if you turn all the statues the same direction, it opens the front door, but I don't know, I don't even know like what that is. I don't know what to believe, but there's a rumor John keeps a pump-action shotgun in his locker on the second floor in the staff room. Dave's been acting strange. I saw him mumbling, walking around slowly, with blood dripping from his mouth. And then he started eating John. Hopefully no one finds our entrance in the subway to our top secret lab underneath the city. Hey, entire company, just want to let everyone...
The fact that he's looking through the drawers in the ammo means this is already a faithful adaptation. Only thing that's missing is that the drawers should be empty. Yeah. Eating John. The notes be unhinged. The notes are like, the funniest thing is like you go back to like, I went to Resident Evil 5 and you can like read the computer and like see these people. And it's like, oh, I hate working here. It's awful. Everything sucks. Everyone is so weird and I hate this work and I don't like to work in bio labs and I don't know what Umbrella's doing. I just can't wait for it to be over. And then it's like you check the next day, April 27th, 2019. I also fucking hate my coworker. He's just the fucking worst. He thinks he's some kind of fucking genius. He says that he's gonna make the virus that will end all viruses. Oh, God, I hate him. Just hungry and can't wait to go home and be with my wife and kids after all this is over. And then you go back and then you go check the other computer and it's like this guy's buddy, his coworker, he's like, I'm a genius. I have created the virus to end all viruses. Umbrella should be thanking me. They should make me a god. And it's like, who is at work writing diaries, bro? Who is doing this? Who is entering diaries in their... Anyways, okay. I'm sorry. I just can't. Okay. All right. I have turned my chud coworker into a flesh-eating zombo. Give me $1 billion. Exactly. Let me close all these tabs. Yes, perfect. Okay, well, with that in mind, everybody. Look, guys, I framed it. I'm gonna hang it today or tomorrow. Let's play some. Let's get some evil residents in here. Let's get some evil residents up in this bitch, shall we? Let me launch. Let me launcho. Let me rado. It's embarrassing, but when I worked my customer support job, we had downtime. I used to write small stories based on my stuff I've seen. Okay, that's valid. That is valid because I will tell you, especially if you work slow jobs or you work, I worked kind of like call service work for a little bit, for a couple months, and I will tell you, it was the most boring garbage I've ever worked in my life. And what I would do, I'm not joking, I would show up at work. I always got my work done at every job I worked at. I'd take my phone out and I would put Netflix on. What kind of work? What did I say? Oh, that the work blows. Shut up. I would put my phone on my laptop. And I would play Netflix, and I would have one earbud into like whatever show, and then I would like cold call. And if they didn't pick up, you just hang up, and then until someone picks up. And then once someone picks up, I like pause it, and I'm like, "Hi, I'm calling about blah 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 blah. Just wanted to ask you a few questions of blah 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 blah." And then usually they're like, "I don't know this number," and then they hang up, and I'm like, "All right, play on my TV show. Call the next number." Like if you work one of those jobs, totally real, totally valid, completely. I do that with the denim stream fucking based. I work at a museum. I mute stream when people come in, LOL. Wait, that's so dope. Working at a museum sounds kind of like fun. I know I'm probably idolizing it a little bit, or glamorizing a little bit, but I don't know. I like museums. Okay. Enough stalling. Let's play some Resident Evil. Shall we? No, I love my job. Seriously. Hell yes. Okay. Let me close this stuff. And with that, I will say thank you everybody for tuning into the stream. I will be back again to do some more politics and some more coverage and some more memes. We're going to do the SHOEONHEAD thing tomorrow because I forgot to get to it today. We just had so many other things. I was like, let's just cover all these stories really fast. And then it ended up taking so long that I didn't get to it. So it's okay. We'll do it tomorrow. For everybody else, I will see you guys on the gaming stream. But for everyone, whether you're staying for gaming or not, have a great rest of your day. Stay hydrated. Tell your homies you love them. And I will see all of you guys in the next one. Bye.